I am going to take you on a different kind of a ride this time. Rather than going out alone with my Pedego e-bike or being out with one friend, I'm going to take you on a Pedego Group Ride. This is a ride that's been arranged by the local Pedego dealership. He arranges these fairly regularly. A group of us go out. This time we're going to go to the east side of Santa Barbara. We ride around, stop at a few places. It's a fairly long ride. It's about 2 hours, hour and a half, 2 hours. I'm not going to show you, obviously, the entire 2 hours, but I'll select some highlights that I think might be worth seeing in this ride. So let's go for a ride. So here's our group. There are currently about 8 of us. 2 more will join us, like the woman with the clipboard and the white hat. She will join us. That's Emily. We're heading out. We're going to take some side streets here, a couple of side streets, to get over to State Street so that we can get down to the beach. She just takes off without pedaling. She's using the throttle on her bike. I use the throttle a lot too. I'm going to be turning right here and then connecting here with State Street, where we're going to be going down under the freeway. I've taken you through this area before. It's kind of a dismal looking day today. Look at the clouds overhead. That's the marine layer. It comes in during the night. It's a layer of low clouds, even fog sometimes, that comes in during the night, and then during the morning, little by little, it burns off. So by the afternoon, the sky is clear, it's blue again, and you'll see that later on when we get to the end of this ride. The marine layer has pretty much burned off. And then up here, we're going to be turning left and going out along the east side of Santa Barbara. We're stopping here for something out on the ocean. You can't see it very well, but there's a big ocean liner out there. I didn't know they stopped in Santa Barbara. It's hidden in the mist. You can barely see it. They must use some kind of launch to bring people to the shore. Look at this bridge here. I love the fact that we have bridges dedicated to bicycling here in Santa Barbara. So we're continuing along East Beach. We traveled along the beach side, and now we're traveling along the residential side of the road there. And this is the lagoon east of Santa Barbara. I'll be coming back here. It's a beautiful area. And we're continuing on again toward the east. I can't say it enough how beautiful the bike paths are here, dedicated to cycling, and you see a lot of cyclists out enjoying the beautiful scenery. And this is Santa Barbara, this is California. The weather is nearly perfect the whole time, other than the overcast. We're going to pick up another bike path here. We did some roads, and this is a dual usage bike path. So to the left are 2 bike lanes, and to the right is a pedestrian lane. But people pretty much go wherever they want. But this continues on over to Montecito. We're now entering the Montecito area. And what you'll see over here to the left, coming up when we get around this corner, are a couple of the beautiful mansions in this area. Big, huge homes. I don't know how many millions of dollars those homes are worth. They kind of remind me of Mar-a-Lago. And look at the landscaping. Beautiful landscaping here. Of course, there's a lot of money here. They can afford to pay high taxes to have these places landscaped. We've continued on further, and we're coming up on another stop. There was a seal out in the water, but it wasn't in far enough to get a good look at it, so I didn't try to video it. But we're going to stop here and take a moment to just relax, rest a little bit, get a look at the beach. There's beach access right here, the stairs. I'm going to go down part of those stairs, just to that landing in a bit, and show you the beach. Here's the beach here, what there is of it. There isn't a lot of sand here. We don't have as big beaches as we used to have because they put dams in the Sacramento River, and that's holding back some of the silt that used to come down and provide sand for Southern California. But still, you have nice beaches here, and people enjoy them. Nice stroll on the beach. This is the part of Montecito where people were asking me about on my other vlog. and my blog about the debris problem when there was the fire, and then there was the huge mudslide here. 20 some odd people were killed. This whole area was inundated with mud last winter, and they're still cleaning it up. Look at that building to the left. The mud came up nearly to the bottom of those windows. That's how much mud there was in this area. And some areas the mud was more than 6 feet deep. It's kind of sad to see it, although they're doing what they can to recover. Still, you go along, you see a lot of construction equipment, a lot of fences behind which they're doing work. Some of these areas, here's a driveway, here's a wall, here's a gateway. You look inside, no home. That home had to be demolished. And if you look at that muddy wall, the mud came up to the top of that wall. It was 6 feet deep here. So construction equipment, again, trying to restore this area. A lot of work still yet to be done. And you see throughout the area big piles of rocks where they just piled the rocks up. They had no place to put them. So they just piled them up in certain places, some places, and I don't know when or where they're going to put them and when they're going to get rid of them, but maybe they'll use them to build stone walls, who knows. You can kind of see behind that fence there to the right, there was another big pile of rock. Then we're going to stop up here and then turn around and take another road back down to what I call the lower village of Montecito. There's two villages, an upper village and a lower village. This is the lower one. And we're going to stop here for a coffee break. There's a little restaurant to the right called Janine's behind those orange umbrellas. We often stop there for coffee when we're in this area. It's a nice little place, very busy. Very busy, but you don't have to wait in line for a table if you're just going to go up to the counter and get coffee to go. And now we're heading back, and look at this. Pat removed his hat. I've never seen him with his hat off. He's bald. No wonder he always wears a hat. I asked him, can I use that clip? He said, sure, go ahead. He laughed. It'll be fun. He's not vain enough to care about his bald spot on his head. Here we are back at the lagoon, and I grabbed this shot here because there's a train over there going through Santa Barbara. I want to take the train up north sometime. You can take your bike. You just tell them in advance you want to bring your bike with you. And they have accommodations for you to bring your bike. I want to go up to San Luis Obispo, either with my car or on the train, and do a ride up there. Here's Pat again, and that's Emily. The two of them are a couple. They are engaged, though no date has been set yet, but they're a sweet couple. Really nice people. I enjoy biking with them. And here we are. Pat's asking me, remember the lion roaring over here? And look at this tree. He's ducking. I have to duck. That's the problem you have when you've got a $600 worth of camera and gimbal on your helmet. You have to duck. Once again, we're on the East Beach part of Santa Barbara. I love this area because of the palm trees. When I first came to Santa Barbara in 1975, I saw these palm trees. I came from Connecticut. In New England, we didn't have palm trees. I saw all these palm trees and I thought, look at me, I'm in tropical paradise. All these palm trees are not indigenous to the area. They've been brought in. And then we're about to get back onto State Street again to head back to the Pedego dealership. Look at the sky. Look how blue that sky is. This is what the city looks like when that marine layer finally burns off. It's a beautiful, well-lit city. I actually came back down here again in the afternoon and did a second ride because I wanted to look at the Santa Barbara Courthouse. So I came back and did the courthouse, plus I did Alice Keck Park. That'll be in a second video. Beautifully landscaped city. I love this city. It's just such a nice, pretty city, well taken care of. They're doing what they can to restore some of the retail stores down here in the city. And this is the end of our ride. Over there on the far corner to the right, with the green awnings over there, that's the Pedego dealership. And that brings our group ride. There's one of Santa Barbara's trolleys, which is just a bus. That brings our group ride to an end. So there it is, a little group ride. It was fun. It's always fun to associate with people. Some of the people I know, I've met them before, and some of them were new people that I'd never met before. It's fun to be out there with a group. I feel safe, for one, because there are so many of us that were visible on the road. And people are nice. Most people will wave us through an intersection, even though we're supposed to stop. And that's nice. They're courteous. And it's also fun. So if you live in an area where there is good access to bike lanes, or there's some nice roads for biking, and if you have a lot of friends who have bikes, you may want to arrange a group ride. If you haven't done so already, maybe bring some snacks with you, stop somewhere and have a little picnic. It can be a lot of fun. So hopefully you enjoyed this video today, and thanks for watching.